All right. Well, we have a new setting. Unfortunately, somehow I drew the actual short straw, and I'm lower.
Yeah, actually, that is. We
Kinda
can
screwed
switch
up,
if you
honestly.
want.
No, it's fine. I'm not insecure.
Okay, now cut there. We should
Cut.
actually switch. It'd be really
Okay,
funny.
cut it. No. um. Anywho, we man, I'm gonna be super insecure. I guess insecure of my pauses. Thank you, Mimi.
Yeah.
Appreciate the feedback.
Yo, shout out Mimi.
Shout out, Mimi.
Thanks for making us super self-conscious. Love you. Got to get better somehow, though. So we
true.
appreciate it. We
It's true.
appreciate it.
We appreciate the feedback.
Although we did ask specifically for everyone to sugarcoat it. And
We did ask for sugarcoat, and we got whatever the Talkie seasoning
Yeah.
coat.
the blue
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, the blue Talkie
Yeah.
coated. That's what we got. But that's okay. You know, sometimes you just got to get kicked down and get back up
Yeah, sometimes
by your grandma.
Yeah, sometimes your grandma just has to kick the back of your knee in
Yeah.
for you to go forward more, which is fine. We're here for it.
Well, anywho, today I decided and didn't discuss with Gavin beforehand. We didn't discuss anything, but we talked about a little bit last time that we would introduce our business and what we do. So I figured that'd be a good place to start today.
Yeah.
And hopefully will lead to a decent amount of time. What's our timestamp? Okay. That's an hour behind, but
Huh.
I guess we have to record for 2 hours, catch up. Anyways, yeah, so we're going to introduce our business a little bit, Crown Point Customs Welding and Fabrication, and kind of get into what it is we do and why. And yeah, that's the gist of it. I don't know if anyone who's watching on video noticed, but we are in a boat.
Yeah, I'm sure the audio listeners can hear it creaking as well.
Hopefully not. If you hear creaking, it's likely the wind on our garage door
Oh yeah,
that doesn't shut up.
I don't get that.
Hopefully our audio processing unit takes that out.
Yeah,
'Cause it sucks.
ideally. But yeah, we are sitting here in my new project boat. Well, I shouldn't. New is a stretch. Had it here at the shop for probably 2 weeks now, and yeah, it's coming along.
Oh, I thought you were going the direction of new boat. What is a stretch?
I assumed with the project it implied being old, but yes, with what Trevor's saying, this thing is
Ancient.
I seriously think it's a 70s model. I'm like pretty sure it's a 70s model.
I don't doubt it.
It is really old. It is really rotted out.
Except for the welds.
Except for the welds. Yeah, the welds are great. It's a welding joke. The rest of you guys wouldn't get it. It's been a process. I'm completely converting it into like a fishing boat as opposed to the original setup that it had going, which was just a trolling specific boat. Like it had a center console way up at the front, left you no fishing space to actually stand and bass fish. So now where I'm sitting is the only like sitting area on the boat, and then right about here on it's going to be all fishing deck. So
The frame for the deck is sitting over there,
Yeah.
waiting to be waterproofed.
yeah, and then you guys will see some videos on Trev Ventures of us out on this thing ripping.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and if you can't see here, I'm definitely going to be fiddling with it in the video, but this is my homemade tiller handle.
Doesn't make noise.
Yeah, no, it's actually perfect. But they wanted like $800 on eBay for one of these units, and I'm not going to pay that. So just found some 1-inch tubing, hammered the end, and threw it on the motor, and using a throttle off of my Coleman mini bike.
Which you saw last episode.
Yeah, you guys saw those. That bike now doesn't have a throttle because the throttle's actually on this motor. But yeah, it'll be put to good use. My Coleman had a broken chain anyways, so any rational guy who modifies his vehicles would think a part's broken. This is a great excuse to completely modify this entire thing.
It's a parts bike.
Yeah, exactly. So now that's just going to sit there until I can stretch it into a really funny looking Coleman. and hopefully throw
For
some
drag
sort
racing.
of throw some sort of bigger motor or big injector kit, or what would it be? Big carb kit or
Well,
big bore kit? Technically, I don't know what it's called.
a big bore kit would be a blow up in 10 seconds kit for that little 49cc. So you'd probably have to get a new motor.
Yeah,
Which fortunately, thanks to Harbor Freight, not a sponsor yet,
dude.
they have pretty cheap little motors. That would be the sickest sponsor ever.
I for real would cry.
That's one that I would not feel like a sellout either.
No.
They make good stuff.
Yeah, if Harbor
Sorry
Freight
about it.
If Harbor Freight sponsored us, it would be the most honest review ever, and it would be great every time.
Yeah,
I was just there
speaking of,
today.
Whenever CCS gets us our order, we will have some stuff to talk about as far as
Oh yeah,
tools goes,
Yep.
because we just put in a pretty decent sized order at Makita, and our tools should be here in not too long. Up until now, we've had a mixture of DeWalt and Milwaukee just because of circumstance, and we decided to start phasing Makita in since I got taken down there to see their tools. And we started out, not because they're worse, but because it worked out better with the promos that Makita had going on. We started out by replacing all the Milwaukee. So we have a bunch of tools that we'll be able to compare side by side before we sell our Milwaukee stuff and talk about it on here, probably do a YouTube video about it. Should be pretty cool because, well, one thing is it's going to be a 40-volt system against a much less. I think it's 18 volt.
yeah. I think it's 18 volt. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's going to perform better anyways, but just the details of the Makita tools just themselves, even if they were 18 volt, I
Yeah.
believe would outperform in a lot of ways.
I would agree. And even if you compared an 18 volt battery from Makita
Right.
to an 18 volt battery from Milwaukee, I think it would blow it out of the water just because of their like SIM
It
card
would blow it
charging
out of the
technology.
water. Literally
Literally, because you can put a Makita battery
in the water.
in the water.
But yeah, anyways, so that should be a pretty cool episode to look forward to. Maybe even next week if we are able to get our order by then. But yeah, should be pretty cool.
Yeah, it'll be a really fun one. I'm excited to just get those tools in my hands. I was a big dummy, and I didn't sign up properly at the right time for the Makita Day, so I didn't get to go. Completely 100% on me, not on anyone else. So Trevor was able to go down there, handle all the tools. And I mean, I've used some Makita tools, specifically their skill saws. I have had very, very, very raving reviews about their skill saws. But that being said, I'm excited to just get my hands on the rest of the tools because I was lucky enough to get my hands on one of their grinders when our, I guess you call him local Makita rep. Kinda.
Yeah, he's our Makita rep
Yeah.
for the local area. He covers quite a bit of area because there's not as high a population here in Idaho, but he's out of Jerome. It's either Jerome or I think it's Rupert actually.
Rupert sounds right.
But yeah, same general
Yeah.
wasteland.
Yeah, for real. You can't tell it
Sorry,
apart.
Corey.
Yeah, you could take a picture of both and you
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
But
Yeah, I was lucky enough that when he came by, he had some tools with him that he wanted to let me demo with. So I got to use one of their grinders, their battery powered grinders, and it was very impressive. I tried my best to bog it down, get it to just do something it's not supposed to do, and I couldn't. So
yeah, they're pretty sweet. It's the GAG 14. I've heard Corey say that a lot, so I remember it.
GAG 14.
Yeah. But anyways, on to our topic of discussion for today. We wanted to just kind of talk about our business, and I guess the right way to start that, I guess, would to be go into the way we met and started a business together, I
Yeah.
guess.
So there was, I went to college, and there was one night where I was just kind of chilling, didn't really know what to do, didn't have a lot of friends, so I signed up for an app called Grindr. And
I knew that was going downhill. I was like, this has nothing to do with anything I know. It has to be a
what do you
bit.
mean? He's just doing a joke. He's shy. He's timid. No, so being completely honest, Grinder was after we met, but that we personally for me, the story starts back in high school. I realized that I wanted to go into the welding program through doing some high school welding programs, and for me, I obviously being born and raised here in the Treasure Valley, there's plenty of resources to go through a welding program here in the valley, but I don't know if we touched on it in the last episode, but basically every single person that is going to be listening to this knows that I'm obsessed with fishing.
Hence the boat.
Yeah, hence the boat. It's basically all I do other than working is fishing. Working, fishing, and also complaining. But I try, like, I saw this opportunity, and I was like, what's one place I would want to live for 2 years where I have the excuse to just fish every day? And so I had previously done some bass fishing tournaments up in the Coeur d'Alene area. And at the time, I was maybe 13, 14 years old. And I had kind of joking with my dad. I told my dad, I was like, I want to live here. And it turned out not to be a joke, but I was like, I'm going to live here at some point. Love this area. Because it is just a fishing metropolis. I don't know if anyone has been to Coeur d'Alene. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but I feel like enough people fish it that I'm not really doing that. Coeur d'Alene Lake, I mean, all that stuff. You've got Hayden Lake, Twin Lake, Spirit Lake. There's so
Priest
many places.
River,
Yeah.
the St. Joe, Spokane River,
Yeah,
Coeur d'Alene
Pend
River.
Oreille.
Yeah.
Pend Oreille. I mean,
There's
it's
just Spirit Lake is one of my favorites.
yeah. And talk about, like, I mean, good fishing, but also just like, even if you don't catch anything, the views that you get out there on the lake is
Yeah, it's top tier.
It's
you
like-
can't beat it.
you almost can't find it anywhere else in the country. Like it's beautiful. But anyways, yeah, I took my chance and I go, look, I'm going to Coeur d'Alene for welding school. That was the only reason I ended up in Coeur d'Alene for welding school. And yeah, so then I signed up, got all my stuff moved up to the dorms up there, and went to my first day of class and bumped into this guy over here. It was definitely not on the first day, but that was the first time I laid eyes on this beast.
Yeah. We probably met within the first couple weeks. I don't
Yeah.
remember when we actually informally met, but I thought he was a huge D-bag for
Yeah.
a few weeks.
Fair enough on it, like 1,000%.
And I only say that because I would assume that you probably thought I was kind of a weirdo, because that's the general consensus for people who first meet me.
Yeah, I No, I was
Water in the boat. Water in the boat.
No, turn the bilge on. Where's the bilge?
Anyways, continue.
I was actually gonna say that it wasn't you being a weirdo that I assumed, but I guess it might go hand in hand just because of, and you'll definitely have a different perspective on this or a different thought on this, but coming from my school and who attended what clubs, I pretty quickly was able to
threshold for weirdo was
yeah.
a lot higher.
I pretty quickly realized that Trevor was definitely a part of the band club at high school, which, and to be
That's
fair,
not where I thought you were going.
no, that's like literally, it's like, because here's the thing is, each high school, there's their own group of kids on the
Also,
in the
band's
band
not
club,
a club.
or whatever.
The
You did
band club is the most jock I've ever heard in my entire life. That's hilarious.
My bad. Well, the band kids at my high school were possibly, and I'm friends with a few of them, but they will just all admit they were freaks. They were just freaks.
Yeah.
It was just
We
that.
had our fair share of freaks.
It was like his, but that was all. It was just freaks.
Just
like,
freaks.
Like it's not a single normal person like kind of growling at you. A lot of furries.
Okay, so what you're saying is all the kids who were band kids at your school were freaks, and your first impression of me, you said that's a band kid,
Yes.
is what you're saying.
Yeah.
What?
So it wasn't that you were weird. I just
Thought I was a freak.
yeah.
It's just-
That's a better way to put it.
No, it's not. That's worse. That's worse. By a large margin, that's worse. Anyways,
I didn't think you were furry. I will say that. I just was like, this guy seems like he probably keeps to himself and is really good at playing an instrument, which tends to go hand in hand. A
Yeah,
lot.
that's valid. I'd say that's a valid stereotype.
Which I was right.
Yeah, you were right on both counts. Not to toot my own horn, literally.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I don't play a
You
wind
didn't play the
instrument.
horn.
I wish. I've always thought it'd be cool to learn how to play jazz trumpet.
Oh yeah. I've always this is a weird thought, but I've always thought it'd be cool to like learn behind all my friends' backs how to play the saxophone
Yeah.
and like efficiently, so I could like one day just like pull it out.
Sax is what I wanted to know how to play in high school, but now I want to know how to play trumpet.
I think the saxophone would be a cool one to know how to play and to keep up on it and not tell anyone and wait
Yeah.
for like the once in a lifetime moment where there's like a chance for you
Yeah.
to play the sax.
Yeah.
And just let it all come to fruition right there. And people that are with you are like, what?
the heck? Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah. That'd be pretty sick.
That would be pretty awesome.
Also, to qualify, this fella played the cello. So
Yeah.
That's worse.
Yeah, I was in the orchestra.
I was a percussionist.
That's where the women were at, though.
I don't know what your school was like, but it was not the women you want.
To be fair, I played the cello in 6th grade. I didn't play the cello after elementary school, but
Still.
I would love to go back. Like I tell them all the time, I would love to get a cello and play.
And along with the trumpet, if I learned to play a string instrument, I always wanted to play the cello.
The
I think
cello's
it
a
sounds
really cool one.
Yeah.
It's definitely weird for just who I am to be a guy that played the cello, but I still at some point
If it makes a difference, the guy who you are is way different than the kid who was playing the cello.
that's a great point. That's a damn good point.
Yeah.
I genuinely will at some point acquire a cello and relearn how to play it. Because it was something that was like for real. When I was able to play a song, I got really happy, and I don't get a lot of that from a lot of things. So
Yeah. It's a nice feeling. Anywho, that's a whole tangent we just went on. I guess that's the whole point of doing this.
yeah,
But yeah, so we met, thought negative stuff about each other. It
hated
seems.
each other.
Yeah.
Went full mean girls on each other.
But after about probably 5 collective total hours of hearing Gavin talk about the fights that he was in or witnessed in high school,
Yep.
we started talking about business. And
While playing.
that was a little after.
So yeah, I
That
guess
was-
that came in after. We'll wait on that.
Yeah. We both expressed to one another we wanted to own a mobile welding business, and the emphasis on mobile was a little more there for Gavin. I was just kind of into a fabrication business in general, but we decided to do that.
Yeah.
And I remember very vividly when we were doing it, I had no idea who your Uncle Ian was at the time, but I remember when we were like talking to him about getting that like army welding trailer. Do you
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that?
Yeah, I remember
ages
that.
ago. That was like 4 years ago.
Man, that would have been so. I mean, it's crazy that it was that long ago, but that would have been so sick to get that trailer.
It would have been sick. They're not as useful as you'd think in a welding business application. They're more for like repairs,
Yeah.
but it would be sick to have.
Because it was an old Swiss army
Yeah.
trailer, right? Yeah, and it was all like ran off a central engine. So like it had like there was a central engine in it that was like a gas power like something, and it ran everything on the trailer. And it was,
That thing was sick. I think it had a built-in air compressor and whatever.
Yeah, that's
but
right.
Anywho, we decided that. Well, I don't know about you, but part of my thought process was like, well, this is not going to work to both try and start a business.
Yeah.
And then that was probably like 2%. And then the other 98% was like, well, it would be better to start a mobile welding business in college with 2 part-time incomes going into that than one.
Yeah, that's it. And like as much as I would love to give like the cliche story of just like the second that I talked to this guy, I had every bit of trust and everything I ever needed.
Well,
it's
yeah,
like-
but that's
just,
for Disney retards.
Yeah, that's just not how it works.
Yeah.
I mean, like we can, we'll both be straight shooters. Like it's like I was the exact same way of just like I've always wanted to own my own business.
Right.
Like that was my dream.
Yeah.
And it got to a point of just like, I'm not going to be able to do it if I don't have another part-time income coming into this. So it was like, that was kind of the basis of this, was kind of both sides just being like, well, this is our best shot.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell you what my plan for the future was. Like, I don't know where I was expecting or hoping it was going, but I was just like, well, let's start making money.
Yeah.
I don't know if I thought you were going to still live in Coeur d'Alene after college. I don't know what I thought, to be quite honest with you.
It sounds funny, but I was the exact same way. Like
Yeah.
it was kind of like that, like the saying, like the zero options mentality
Right.
of just like, and not intentional. Like
Right.
it wasn't like intentionally I'm like giving myself zero
Yeah.
options so then I do this. It was just like my brain just gave itself one option.
Right.
There's no other options. And so
Yeah.
it was just like in my head, it was like, you figure this out, you go wherever it takes you. Like, and that was the other part, is
Right.
like on like the where we ended up. It's like the same way. I had no clue where I was going to end up. All I knew, that was just like, we're doing this and I'm just going to do whatever it takes to do this. Even
Yeah.
if I got to move to the East Coast and do something, just that's what we have to do.
I don't know if I'd do that, but
At that point in my life, I had basically just been like,
Yeah.
I'll do whatever.
I guess a fisherman wouldn't hate the East Coast, but
Yeah.
I think furthest I'd go is Midwest. Maybe south a little bit.
Yeah. I would go to Florida.
I know. Yeah, I would visit Florida, although I didn't the whole time my sister lived there. Sorry.
Sorry. Shout out
Sorry.
though.
Shout out to them. Just moved them back. But yeah, so we decided to start our business, and we did very, very slowly.
Yes.
All throughout college, we probably made 10 grand
Yeah.
max.
And that's being generous.
Yeah, which is whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it was more, I don't know. We, had zero foundation to stand on. So, like, we were completely uncomfortable charging even just money.
Yeah,
Currency.
that was just like
Yeah.
charging any amount of money. It was like, which it's
Yeah.
funny you say that, because I mean, granted, this was a long time ago, but in the scheme of things, we're still so close to that moment.
Right.
Like, I still have plenty of inclinations in my mind that, like, when I come in there and help you out with a bid or something like that, I still have it in my mind where I go, I can't charge
Right.
$150 an hour for my work, and then I go, oh wait, I can. Yeah, like, oh wait, that's
wait.
like the whole
I have
thing.
to, or this all goes away.
Yeah, I literally have to charge that, otherwise we lose everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I still get that all the time, where I have to like really remind myself that it's like, you're not just a boy. Like,
Right.
you're not just a boy doing something. Like, this is for real.
Yeah. The tough one is now the like people you want to like help out,
Yes.
but you just can't.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of people who want steel work, and there's plenty of people who don't understand what that costs.
Yep.
And it sucks, but
Yeah.
kind of is what it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of instances where someone wants to use steel and then they get the estimate and they go, "Oh,
All good. Yeah.
stick with wood on that."
Yeah. Right. But yeah, so we did, I don't know, some of the more memorable jobs were, well, I'd say the most memorable job was the Pacific Lawn and Pest.
Yes, definitely.
That was one of the bigger ones. That
Yeah.
We just, I don't know, just, I guess was one of the bigger, probably the biggest when you total it all out. It was just how
Yeah.
many trailers? I don't
was
even
8
remember.
trailers.
8 trailers.
Yeah.
Just a lawn and pest company that beat on their trailers, as every lawn company
yeah,
does.
definitely.
And we had a connection through his dad to Josh Demers, who owns it, and he contacted us and accepted our bid for whatever it was. It was definitely not enough. I can
No.
tell you that.
Yeah.
But
he
we
got a
did it.
steal on it.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, that was a cool one. My favorite thing was honestly working on the fly rod tubes that we kind of ditched.
Yeah, which I I've always kept them around over there. You guys can't see, but behind the camera, we've got all of our different prototypes and different stuff for the fly rod tubes the travel tubes for the top of a car.
Yeah.
We will have a model of fly rod tubes at some point.
One day.
It's just a matter of when.
Yeah.
But it will happen. We'll eventually revisit. I mean, at that point, we weren't even like doing 3D designs, so that was just like this is just concept.
We built these, and then I remember once we got our iPads, I like drew one up, and I was like, "Why am I even doing this?"
Yeah.
we have it.
We have it. Yeah, we've got the general idea of what it should be, but it definitely, once I can go through like a true design on it and be able to get parts cut out for it and formed for it, it'll go a lot better.
Also, one of those is my first time ever welding aluminum,
Oh, that's right.
so that was interesting.
Yeah.
It's definitely nothing pretty.
I think it's the little one. That was the first model.
I think you did that whole one.
Oh, yeah, maybe I did that whole one, and then you did the one that's
Yeah.
black right here.
I'm pretty sure.
How'd we end up with two
I don't remember.
of
I
that
think
model?
you made one and I made one.
Yeah, maybe we both made one.
I don't know.
We'll get back on that. Just
Anyways.
stay tuned.
Yeah, that's a whole other can of worms.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with making money.
No, we
Arguably the opposite.
yeah, that was I was just dumping money away.
Yeah.
I mean, there's maybe one or two things from that design that will be used on the final design.
Right.
Other than that, it's going to be completely different. There's just a lot of things you learn.
Yeah, there's a lot of things about those that would eat eyelets.
Yep.
It's horrifying to weld.
It also just doesn't look good.
It's really
It doesn't. Yeah.
It's not great.
It doesn't look good. There's a lot of rod damage involved. There's a lot of
the part sourcing was pretty limited.
yeah.
They're pretty Frankensteined.
Yeah, that's the other part is there was a lot of difficulties with sourcing parts for it. So now that we've got a lot more resources for that, I mean, those things are going to be 10 times better, which I'm excited to get one.
idea.
Because then I would like to be able to have all the whole CPC team have one mounted up on their rigs.
Yeah.
And then it gives me an excuse to get Trevor and Colby into fly fishing.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, yeah, we worked away during college.
I guess we can preface too. So we were going to college, and like this is not me trying to be like I've got tougher hands than you, but this is just the facts of what we did. We went
It's just a fact.
It's just a fact
you got
that
soft hands.
Yeah, it's just
boy.
a fact you got soft hands. You got soft hands. No, it's not that. This is just what happened. This is what we did. We would basically go to school every day from 8 a.m. till 2.
Depended on the year. It was earlier to earlier first year, and then later to later the second year.
Yeah, but it's around that time. I mean, it may be varied by an hour year to year, I think.
Right.
But yeah, so we would do that and then get off around 2 or 3 o'clock, and then both head to our part-time jobs. So I would head over I would drive about a quarter of a mile down the road from our welding school and clock in at Ace Hardware, and which honestly, it was an amazing part-time job for the scenario.
I was jealous.
Yeah, it was very, very minimal work. Like, and that's the part where I want to be like, I'm not saying you got soft hands, because it was like the bar of like what was hard work there was so low, because it was literally just me and another buddy of ours, Wyatt, who went to welding school with us, who was on the first iteration of this podcast, Hot Pass. He's one of the hosts. But we went to Ace and we realized that it was only elderly folk and teenage girls that worked at Ace. So the bar of like what was considered hard work was so low that if we just did anything, we were considered the hardest working people in the entire building. So it consisted of just unloading pallets of feed and organizing it. And
Sorry, everybody.
hey, he knows you left. It was just putting pallets of feed away and just answering questions, and that was it. But yeah, I would do that from whenever I got off of school, 2:30ish, to they closed at
9?
9.
I don't know.
8. It was 8.
It was 8.
Yeah, they closed at 8, and so then go home, and I'll let Trevor speak on his sort of schedule. It's basically the same thing, just different job. Yeah. But go home from there, and I was lucky enough that our welding shop, big air quotations on that, was my one-car detached garage at my townhouse or my quadplex. Just outside.
That place has stories to tell.
Oh my goodness, yeah, we've got some stories to tell from there. I mean, if we got some extra time, we could dip into them, but yeah, that's a whole can of worms right there, man.
Very interesting family.
Yeah, but there's a detached one-car garage with one socket that had the lowest fuse possible that we blew all the time. So we had, we blew that fuse constantly.
Yeah,
on the one power outlet that was in there and the one
our
light.
DeWalt bandsaw would trip that.
Yeah, which takes like no current.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's I would come home, usually get my stuff off, try to eat some dinner, and then I would head out to the shop and weld probably till 10 or 11 o'clock. And this isn't like every day, but like pretty consistently just go out there. And welding, I should say, is very lightly used because it's not like we had just a bunch of work around that.
Yeah, no, like we said, we didn't have much work.
It was just dinking around.
We worked on other stuff such as vehicles.
Yeah. So it was a lot of time spent just kind of learning the craft would be the most professional way to say it.
Yeah.
Because it's genuinely what it was, is we were just experimenting, doing a bunch of different stuff. And it was a little bit tougher of a schedule for Trevor just due to where he lived.
Yeah, and worked.
Yeah, and lived and worked. Complete opposite sides of the spectrum.
And just like not the ACE was like
No,
easy work.
ACE was easy work.
I went to a very different job.
It was borderline not a manual labor job. Like at all. Like no manual labor involved.
Yeah.
Lifting a 50-pound bag of feed. Bag of feed. 50-pound bag of feed every now and again.
Yeah. So when I guess to go back the furthest as far as welding goes, when I was in high school, I went to K-Tech in Rathdrum the second half of my day as a senior, and I learned how to weld. Intentionally learning how to weld, thinking I was going to weld vehicles. But that was not at all what I learned. Turns out I liked it anyways, and my teacher happened to work at a shop in the area called Costa Fabrication, and he got me a job there at the end of high school, which was unbelievably sick. I loved working there. I started working like literally, I'm pretty sure as soon as senior year ended. Excuse me, but
yeah, because you were already working there by the time we were in college, right?
Oh yeah, no, I worked the whole summer.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like literally when senior year ended, I started working there. But it was, I don't think I could have worked anywhere and gotten more experience just because of the amount of like room to, I guess, mess up they gave me. Not that I like did, but just like they'd put me in over my head pretty regularly.
Which is what you need to do.
Which was amazing and helped me learn a lot. And so over the 2 years of college, I almost said high school, I worked at Costa Fabrication, and we did all sorts of stuff. I built railings to structural steel, pretty much everything that we do now. A lot of days in the summer, we'd be working 10 to 12 hours, and those days were really only limited by the rules in the HOAs limiting how late we could work.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'd go there I'd work all summer and then go there for usually a minimum of 2.5 to 3 hours every day after school, just depending on the workload and what sort of instruction I could get to work past when everyone else was there. And I think, well, I'm pretty sure it was the first day of the new semester, the second year. My boss was like, "Hey, we need to go do an install when you get out." And I was like, "Okay." And we were in a house till like 9:30 or 10 in the pitch black. And I was like, "Well, this is a way to kick it off."
Yeah.
But yeah. It was definitely hard to go to welding school all day and then go work a welding job, and also on some occasions go operate a welding business. But at the same time, hard is relative.
Yeah.
In my mind, looking back especially, it wasn't as much my attitude now. It wasn't as much my attitude then as it is now, but it was such an incredible blessing to be able to do that.
Definitely.
And to get all that experience, especially just the way that we're able to use it now.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't change it for the world, but
yeah,
it was hard.
Most of the tricks and the ways that I operate our business out here in the shop, building and doing different things, has come from, in turn, Trevor working that job, because Trevor's been the one that's had to teach me a lot of this stuff, just because my experience in welding, which I didn't even touch on, which I'll bring it up here in a second, but my welding knowledge was in a completely different area.
Right.
I learned everything we do now from Trevor's instruction and from, in turn, him working there. So that, I mean, I wouldn't be even nearly at the spot that I am today in my fabrication skills if it wasn't for you working that job.
Right.
And being able to not only work that job, but learn everything well enough in that job to be able to teach me how to do it proficiently.
Right. Yeah.
But kind of touch on what I was saying there. One thing I didn't note was my first year in welding school, I actually didn't work at ACE. My first year in welding school, every day I would leave school and drive from Rathdrum all the way to Spokane, Washington, which is about 45 minutes. And I would clock in there at Hazard Fab Works, which is a really premier off-road fabrication shop. I mean, they did race cars too, but it was mainly off-road stuff. Did all sorts of different projects, and if you guys want to check out what they do, check them out on Instagram. It's Hazard Fab Works on Instagram. Really great, and that's Works with an X, not KS. They did great, but it was all doing suspension systems and roll cages and spare tire mounts and front bumpers and that sort of thing. And just as Costa did for him, they gave me a lot of leeway and put me in over my head a lot on projects that were, crucial to me learning how to do other projects. And as much as it wasn't necessarily what we do right now, the biggest help was the attention to detail on stuff, because in that sort of fabrication, when you're talking cars and automotive, there's a much higher attention to the tiny little details, I should say, when it comes to just stupid stuff that, when it's on a car and someone's looking at it every time they go to their car, and not to mention too, that shop was way over the top nice. So they, just because of the shop they held a very high standard, which comes to help and also is a downfall of learning that way, of being able to lessen up your standards every now and again on stuff, just for the profitability of not taking that time. But it was still a huge blessing to be able to do that and learn from them, and they're all great people as well. So I wish the best to all of them. And I know the same with Costa.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone there's great.
Yeah, I was just there a month ago saying hi, but
yeah,
and Jack Costa, he was literally,
is that his last name, Costa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess I never really thought of where Costa came from.
Yeah, I don't think I could have asked for a better boss, genuinely, but and not to mention, a week ago, I was talking to him on the phone, and he was giving me all sorts of advice as far as where we're at with our business right now, and just we're at kind of a inflection point, where if freaking Pacific Steel will get us our estimates, I will be sending estimates out to a company, and we'll have that will total over like $1 million for 2 of the 4 houses. So it we're at a pretty big point where we're starting to get in over our heads, which I say with an asterisk.
Yeah.
This
Astraces.
yeah, however you say that word. Because we always operate under the impression we're in over our heads until the next day rolls around.
Yeah.
And then we're also in over our heads compared to where we thought we were.
Which, and I'll even add a little note to that. Like, I feel like pretty consistently we operate on we're over our head, we're in over our heads, and then all of a sudden it's like we're doing literally nothing. Like, we're not literally doing nothing, but that's just how it feels.
Right.
Like it's so polar opposite. And I know that Trev feels the exact same way. That you'll go one day from being like, we cannot be more, like there's literally not a single thing more that you could do,
Right.
to like the next day you feel like it was a complete loss.
Right.
Which that's business ownership,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it's just the way she goes.
Yeah,
to
which-
quote
and little
Trailer
tip,
Park Boys.
that's good old Bubbles.
No, that's the
Is that
guy in the
Rick?
wheelchair. I forget his name.
Who is that?
When he's at the casino.
Oh yeah,
That's the way she goes.
where she goes.
Well, you don't have to keep hitting the button on the slot machine.
Little note speaking on this whole in over your head thing. If there's anyone that's listening to this that thinks that they might want to follow in our footsteps, even if it's not welding related,
Don't.
don't. Seriously, if you love any,
Turn back now.
yeah, if you have any self-respect, you'll go work for someone.
Yeah. Just kidding. That's a joke.
That's a joke. It's really rewarding. It's just really, 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 really hard.
Crazy hard.
But that being said, I'm not just talking welding. If for any sort of industry you're trying to follow in our steps and be a business owner, just know that if you feel like you're in over your head, you're in the right spot. You should basically always feel like you're in over your head.
If you don't feel that 3 out of 5 days a week, then you are not working hard.
Yeah,
enough.
seriously.
Not to be all Andrew Tate or nothing.
Yeah.
If you're not feeling overwhelmed, you're not working hard enough.
Yeah,
And I think like our buddy Anthony, he's a little older than us, but not much.
Yeah.
He owns a flooring store and installation crew and everything, and I think he would fully agree with us on that.
Yes.
Front.
100%.
In so many talks with him, he has the same feeling of being in over his head, overwhelmed all the time.
Yeah.
Which I think is sick.
Which, along with that over your head, overwhelmed feeling, you got to understand that you're going to get imposter syndrome. And I don't know if you guys have heard that before, but imposter syndrome is essentially just where you're going to just not feel like you deserve to be where you're at, and that you're just wherever you're at, you're not meant to be there. Like in it, that it's better than where you should be.
Yeah, it's a really screwed up dichotomy, honestly.
It really is.
We've worked so hard and earned so much of what we have and what we've built, but I think it just being our age.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you have the same feeling, but like when like someone like older than us looks at us, I feel like it's a look in their eye where they're just like, yeah, you don't have the same respect from me that all these other people do.
I definitely see that. I'm also going to put a
And
caveat.
it's whatever.
I'll put a caveat on that. I see that a lot, but you almost never see that with a truly hyper intelligent person.
That's actually true.
When
And I agree.
when you're talking to like a really truly genius person that is,
or someone that like really understands what success is.
like someone that's been through
Like,
it, done it.
If success is more than just money to them,
Yeah.
they don't look at you like that.
Exactly. Yeah. If that's a really good way to put it, is like if the success that they've gotten is just for the money, they're gonna look at you that way, just being young. But I mean, if it's bigger than that, we've met a lot of people we've been so gifted in our connections that we've met.
Oh yeah.
But we've we've met a lot of great people that I would have thought would look down upon us just because of our age, and in
Right.
turn actually really, really almost borderline respect us more because of what we're doing at our age.
Right. Yeah.
Which, and I never want to ask for anything. Like, you just take us at our work. Just take us at
Yeah.
our work. Like, it doesn't
I
matter
agree.
my age, old or young. Just, bless you. Bless you. Bless you.
Podcast's over. Not the episode. The whole thing.
You guys, everyone
it.
on audio can't tell, but Trev pulled the mic away from his face so he could sneeze. So I started spawn camping the bless you,
Yeah, that's
which
it.
makes it go away every time.
That's it. Dump it. Well, there goes that sneeze. Didn't get to enjoy that. The other day, I sneezed so hard in my bed that I like curled forward and actually threw out my back and couldn't come into work for a couple hours. That was the oldest thing that's ever happened to me, and it sucked. Yeah. It was really odd. Anyways, that's a little fun side story. I don't know where we were. This is getting away from us. There's so many like tangents that we can go
Yeah.
on as far as like the procurement of our business. But it's anyways,
Just
the
added that word to my dictionary.
the dichotomy of how hard we've worked and how out of place we feel in higher up scenarios
Yeah.
is really, it's kind of funny. It sucks.
Yeah, which there is one part of it that I think is really funny, and don't quote me on this for working for everyone, but it works really well for me and Trevor. And one of those scenarios of just being in a room with people that you know have put in 30 years into their trade and their business and doing all this stuff is specifically like we'll be at BCA meetings. And for those of you that don't know, the BCA is the Builder Contractors Association. And so they've got state meetings where everyone in the state comes together. And there's a lot of big names in there. Like you're looking at some people that like there's developers in there that own more land than you can literally see with your own eye.
Yeah.
Like just like
Right.
crazy, crazy people. And so you can psych yourself out about that and really get yourself worked up. And there's a lot of scenarios where it's intentionally put this way, but everyone kind of speaks at some point or another, whether it's introducing yourself or asking a question or
Yeah,
doing
they very
whatever.
intentionally, like
Yeah.
in a lot of the rooms, say, okay, everyone go around and say your business or whatever.
Yeah. So
State your business.
the combination of the imposter syndrome of doing what we do and then also them going, tell us what you do to all these super important people that we know have put in so many more years than us, it really starts to trip you out and you can spiral so fast. And this is the one thing that we've started to do that I don't recommend to everyone, but
Is it you're gonna tell the perks?
no, not the perks. Not the perks.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
Don't-
tell them about the
No,
perks.
I'm not going to tell them about the perks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll cut that out.
Jarvis, cut that out.
Jarvis, cut out the part about the perks.
Yeah, so we take Xanax. No.
By perks, I mean Percocet.
Yeah. Thanks for the preface.
Yeah. Not the like cool things about it.
Yeah. No, I mean sometimes this gives you the feeling of being on Percocets, but it's just going into a speaking scenario with no plan at all.
Oh, well,
Like,
yeah.
just
You have to.
literally just chuck yourself into a scenario where you're required to speak in front of everyone, and if you don't say a word or say something dumb, you're gonna look like the biggest, stupidest guy ever.
And oftentimes we do.
Yeah, you
but
do, but everyone
you miss
understands
100%
it.
of the shots you don't take. I think.
That's a good point.
Who said that again? Michael Jordan.
Oh, Taylor Swift.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, no, that's one thing that we've done is just like, because I know Trevor feels the same. I'll get really worked up if I know that we're having to speak or like if there's
Well,
something.
yeah, we've both agreed you can't plan out what you're gonna say.
No,
'Cause then you'll
'cause-
screw it up.
Exactly.
We're both. I don't know if everyone's like this, but we are both people who are way less likely to screw up improvising.
Yep. We got to improvise.
Yeah.
Which in one specific scenario I can think about that like I had a plan of what to say, and at the last second before I spoke into the mic, I had to just completely clear my mind and just not even think about a plan. Was not too long ago, I was at a general membership meeting for the Snake River Valley BCA
For the
for the. Anyways, sorry about that, guys. I don't know what came over us. But I was there on the pretense of... Sorry, I got to wet my whistle real quick. On the pretense of giving a speech and then being voted in for the executive board, which is basically I'm sure that everyone knows what an executive board is in any scenario, but it's just basically the people who figure out what's going to happen in an association. It's who votes on it. It's the discussions that happen. It's the ones who make the decision for the whole association on kind of everything. So, and that being said, I was lucky enough to be put up for one of those spots because of the time that me and Trevor have put into the BCA, and we've again met a lot of great people, made some good impressions. So I was put up for a spot, and I didn't realize until I showed up that or maybe I knew before, but anyways, I had to get up there and give a speech about why I should be a part of the board. And that might seem pretty simple, but you know, when you're sitting in a room in front of a lot of really important people, especially a lot of people that we would kill to have their business, it really, really stresses you out. And so I sat there at the table, like kind of fully freaking out. And I came up with a plan about what I was going to say. I thought of a couple jokes. I wanted to be funny. I went up there, and then when they called my name, I like seriously think that 90% of the body or blood in my body went to my head, and I thought I was going to pass out. And walked up there, and basically as soon as I got the mic, and because here's one thing no one ever talks about. There's a really awkward moment when you get called up to the stage, and the person who's just called you up to the stage, the MC, is like still talking and holding the microphone, and now you're just on stage, and you just feel like a guy that's like not supposed to be where you're at.
There's a kid who went to my middle school named MC.
What?
Pretty crazy, right?
How was it spelled?
MC.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Anyways, continue.
Yeah. But basically the second that I was handed that microphone, I made a collective decision in my mind to just completely clear my mind of anything that I was thinking and any plan that I had. What?
I was just thinking it'd be funny to have that as a spelling bee word. You know how they say it before.
Oh, you're still on MC.
They say it before, they say it after, so you go, okay, MC. MC. MC.
It'd be the funny bit.
Is he having a stroke?
The funny bit when someone goes, "All right, now spell MC," and then you just they just really spawn camp it, like you know how they always go, "All right, MC," and ding. And you're like, what? What?
Okay, sorry.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, you just think you just got
Anyways,
it wrong.
Continue. Dumb bit.
That was it. It's basically all because I still can't remember. Like, unfortunately, when I speak, I for real go into like a psychosis state of just being. I couldn't really tell you what I said up there, but I do.
Video of it.
There's a video of it. But I went up there, talked. It went all right. I think I did well enough to be voted on.
You didn't look nervous besides the puddle of sweat below you.
Besides the piss running down my leg, I didn't look nervous at all.
My bad.
Yeah, that was not sweat. I don't sweat.
Based on that, it was covering your face. I figured it was sweat, but I guess it was piss.
No, I have.
That's getting bleeped.
Yeah, no, it was a moment of just like, oh my God. But the one thing I remember from that was scanning over the crowd. You always, when you're public speaking, you want to just scan left and right, scan left and right, scan left and right.
And picture everybody naked.
Yeah, and I've never actually, have you done that?
No.
Oh.
That's weird. I don't know why people say that. Don't do that.
I think
That's
it's just
weird.
like a funny thing to say right before to get your nerves down.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd be willing to bet there's people out there doing that.
Oh,
that
God,
they
I really-
don't know it's a joke.
I
if it
really
is a
hope.
joke.
I hope they imagine me ripped.
Yeah, I wonder.
That's a funny thought on
I
that.
wonder what I would be imagined as.
I hope I get imagined as like the corn man.
Could you imagine finding out that someone just like is imagining you with a completely fake, just like insane burn like scar, just like
Yeah,
all
just-
the way up your side?
just you're
Why'd
mangled.
you even think of that? I don't know.
you just like mangled.
Yeah.
Just like have someone just like
Just like the craziest birthmark.
yeah. I hope someone imagines me with like a giant scar from like having my appendix removed.
It's an odd thing to say, given you have scars for other stuff, and also an appendix, pretty non-invasive.
Appendix. I don't even know her.
What time we at?
Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to derail that. But anyways, the one thing I notice is I'm looking left to right, left to right, left to right, and then I make the mistake of kind of zoning in a little bit on the actual crowd. And the first person I see is this, and bleep this sitting at the table with the dumbest smile I've ever seen in my life. Just like, and you can't even argue that it wasn't slightly intentional.
Well, no, yeah. Anytime he's on stage, I give him a grin that I am pretty confident will break him.
Yeah, because everyone, it breaks me because I know it's the fact that in my mind, I know that nobody else knows that he's being a little.
What's funnier is when we're all like facing one way so no one can see me, and he's not talking. He's just on stage. And
Oh,
he
yeah.
clocks me, and I'm just like got a shit-eating grin on my face.
Yeah, like when
and
I
he
got-
just goes.
Yeah, when I got sworn into the executive
yeah.
board, and it's like a way more important meeting.
Yeah.
Like, way more people, probably 3 times as many people. And yeah, I'm standing on stage, and he's sitting there, and he got me. I like started to laugh and had to just look at the ground and not do anything. Because the other thing is, it's the same principle of like when the teacher's yelling at you in class and you look at your friend. They're no matter what they're doing, it's the funniest thing in the entire world.
I'm gonna give you a spell you can use that will completely bring you out on top. Is if you just like let the laugh through the threshold, and then go. Sorry, everybody. My business partner's just a little funny looking. Anyways, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that
Like
works.
that, get a good chuckle, and then
Yeah.
direct the attention off of you,
Yeah.
and then they look over at the just full on. What's the movie called?
The Blind Side.
I've never seen that.
Cars 2.
No, it's an older movie. Everybody loves it, and it is not that interesting.
The Notebook.
No,
Goonies.
that's not that. Yes,
Oh, actually.
the Goonies guy.
Oh yeah, I was like, okay, it's funny you were going there because in my head I was waiting for you to be done, and I was gonna be like, yeah, I'll put my own spin on it, and just be like, sorry everyone, my business partner is physically disabled, so it's really funny to laugh at it.
And they're just looking at a fully normal looking guy, and they're like, "What's wrong with that guy?"
You turn around, your eyes are where your mouth should be.
No, I'm saying it's funnier to just like look at a not physically disabled guy and be like, "Does he have something going on
Pretty
that's being
explicitly
concealed?"
said physically disabled.
Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, Goonies. I get that it's an older movie, and they're like slower and like less like designed to keep your attention. It's not like
It's
anything crazy.
it's really not. I
think the biggest thing is that like it was like an older movies are more of a novelty because there's less of them.
Yep.
Like there was less competition.
Yeah, I'm sure if like that was like one of 8 things you could see at the theater, you'd probably
That
be like-
year?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
entire year, you were like, "This is sick." But like,
We might be like significantly aging ourselves right now because
Yeah.
maybe there was more movies in the theater in 1812. but-
yeah, for real. Don't talk to me if you were alive when phones had cords.
Yeah. I don't think I ever. Our home phone, we had like a landline, but it didn't have a cord. It wasn't connected. You could take it off the base.
Yeah, no, I remember Mimi had a home phone, but like it was still just like Mimi, shout out. It was still just like a base that you took the phone off of, but still, that
Right.
was like, oh my god, I got to dial the number on an analog pad.
Yeah, gotta remember Mama's
I
number.
gotta remember Mama's number, which I do know it.
I do too.
It's no, I'm kidding.
I know I was gonna do the same thing. I don't know your mom's number.
I don't
Be
know your
weird if I
mom's
did.
number either. Yeah, but this is yeah, I guess we can dip back into. I think we left off with our businesses.
This is gonna be a half. This whoa.
Whoa.
This is gonna have to be a
The
bit
speed
of a,
wobbles
bit
there.
of a Who said that?
I think it was Will Angus.
Was it?
Yeah.
Where'd that bit come from? Because that's a funny bit. Yeah.
Yeah, they have an episode titled Speed
Oh, really?
Wobbles. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Shout out if you guys want a funny podcast. It's definitely not the type of podcast this crowd would like. Maybe.
Mimi, steer clear.
Yeah. Yeah, specifically Mimi.
Not gonna like it.
Don't look up this podcast.
Everything you didn't like about our last episode is this podcast.
Yeah, it's literally for real everything, yeah. But basically it's called the Almost Friday podcast.
They're funny fellas.
They're great. I would like that. We talk about like just like celebrity like shock of meeting someone. I think
Yeah.
I'd be more shocked to meet
Right.
Liam or Will than I would be to like meet like
Matt Damon.
yeah like an A-list celebrity.
Well, yeah, because they're cooler.
They they are because they're real and they're not bought out by a certain country.
Anyways, we're pretty consistently big bit biters.
Oh yeah.
The throwing up thing that we do that probably no one thinks is funny. That's their bit.
Yep, that's Will's bit in specific. And he's much
one of-
better at it.
He's the best to do it, really.
Real, yeah. He
Yeah.
seriously is it. Like if when you're on audio, you think he's actually throwing up.
Yeah.
It sounds
When you're on video, you think he's actually throwing up. Like, his face is has an ability to convulse in a way that just I don't know. I could never replicate. It's like a frog.
well, yeah. Like look at his old skits, like the Krentis, like the Krentis skits. His face was always so just not right.
It's funny.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
Yeah, he did a lot. Those are really funny guys, and I would basically the magnum opus of this specific podcast would be somehow having those guys on.
There would be a significant amount of bleeping going on.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it would. We would do it still.
we'd do it. It would just probably be 6 minutes long.
Yeah, it would be a rough one. There, it's very raunchy, a little raunchier than we like to go on here.
I wouldn't say it's usually very raunchy. Usually the Luke Knoll episodes are unbelievably raunchy, but like
Yeah.
it's
I'd say like the content isn't raunchy, but their quips at it are.
yeah. I just think that like Trevor Wallace's podcast.
Oh,
is
yeah.
significantly more.
I don't even. That's funny that my dad brought that up the other day because I haven't listened to them in probably 2 years, 2 or 3
Yeah, I
years.
know.
I
You
listened to
used to
them in like
listen to
high
them,
school and like in welding,
Yeah.
school. But yeah, I haven't listened to them for a long time. Great podcast too. Just don't.
Don't
Yeah.
listen to them. I don't even know where to go. We've taken a lot of side roads here.
Yeah, and I can kind of. I think we were right about the point of our big. What would it be? I'm trying to think of a good term for
The
moving.
allegations? Oh.
Oh no, the allegations are much later in this.
Oh. I think we save moving for another episode. We're almost at an hour. So
it's true.
I say we just kind of talk a little bit more about our time in Coeur d'Alene.
Should we? I mean, I kind of alluded to at the beginning, but should we touch on some of the funny stories of 4207 North Abbey Road?
No. That stuff belongs in a documentary akin to The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia.
seriously.
Except it would be the crazy and the crazy and
Crunchy.
crunchy
Yeah.
Crusty.
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 Crusty's a good one.
crew of Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah. That's seriously what it was. Yeah. I hope JMO's doing good. That was a rough one. Yeah, I just hope JMO's doing good.
Yeah, J-Mo's probably not. Not a
JMO,
single one of those kids is doing good. What are you
has
talking
had
about?
to have gotten hit by a car by now. I've never seen a kid that's so inclined.
So likely to get hit by a car.
Right, for real. This one isn't too raunchy, so I can at least say this part. They had a little boy. He's probably 3 years old, 2 years old.
Three.
Yeah, probably about 3.
Yeah.
Right in that area. His name was Jameson, which is I just realized now for sure after the alcohol.
Almost assuredly.
Yeah. But yeah, Jameson, everyone called him J-Mo. He was a little kid, and he had an infatuation of being in the middle of the street, like the main road of the neighborhood.
Which is fair.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, great. So it was for real if the parent didn't have
Call back.
shout out. If they didn't have like an active hand holding him in place, he immediately sprinted to the center of the road. Like it was, I don't know what was possessing him. And it got to the point like while we were living there, he learned how to open the sliding glass door. And so like learned how to unlock it and open the sliding glass door. So like we would just be like sitting on our minuscule back patio eating dinner, and all the like backyards were all just one thing. Like it's a quadplex. There's no separation.
Yep.
So we'd just be sitting there, and all of a sudden, like a little kid in a diaper would just slide the door open and sprint.
Bolt.
Just literally, in one of the fastest little kids I've ever seen. It's shockingly good running form for being 3 years old. And would just sprint to the road. So I mean, like so many times, like we would go retrieve him and bring him back. And I call that just community service.
Yeah.
Yeah, great family. I hope the best for them.
Those kids, lucky for them, they had a lot of father figures.
A lot of them. More than most people could ever imagine. Yeah, that was... there was 2 father figures in there at one point.
Yeah, at once.
Yeah, same time. Yeah, wow.
Some people, man.
Yeah, that's
Anyways,
that's a
end on
bummer.
high note. Guess we'll cut it there.
yeah. Let's end this on a low note.
Yeah.
It was great. I genuinely though, I mean, being in Coeur d'Alene was some of the best times of my life. Just being stress free. I've sure had a lot better times. Ooh, whoa! Didn't plan on that one. But I've had a lot better times, I would say, running this business and the successes and the achievements that we've had. But if we're just going off just straight, no work involved, having a good time, some of my favorite memories ever from that time. And not to mention, too, that was a huge formative period. Whoa. Sorry, guys.
2 things that aren't real.
Yeah. Hold on. But yeah, no, it was a huge change in my life was during that time. And that was just, I mean, I feel like a lot of people have a change in that time going from high school to college. But I mean, it was extra big for me just because like I'll be the first one to say it. I was not an amazing person to the people around me in high school, and that's why I call back to the beginning of this episode when Trevor said that he saw me and he just figured I was a huge douchebag. It's because I was. And that time of going through high school, and then I went through a traumatic injury midway through my senior year that really...
Okay, so what? You have trauma, just like all these other kids.
Yeah,
come on.
Because of my trauma, I'm the way I am because I'm a douchebag because I've got trauma. Trevor, get a grip. No, quite the opposite. It really.
No one realizes that's a funny bit because that you actually like died a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna just touch on. Is like it was kind of as close to death as you can get. I'm sure that people have gotten closer. This ain't no competition, but it was like a second in difference would have been my life. But that being said, that puts you in a spot when you're 18 years old where you go, wow. That like, you're just like, at that point I was just old enough to like understand death fully, of just like, oh, like for real, everything just done. Like just gone. Everything I've done in my life is just what I've done the rest of my life. And that threw me into a spiral of how would every single person I've ever met in my entire life think about me, or what would they say at my funeral? And honestly, good exercise for anyone trying to humble themselves. If you're trying to humble yourself, trying to become a better person, take like, I don't know, a month of your life and just sit in a hospital bed and don't do anything and just stare at a wall sleeplessly on opiates and think about what every single person you've ever talked to in your entire life would say at your funeral. And that humbles you pretty quick. So, because it wasn't all good things.
However, wouldn't recommend sitting in a hospital on opiates.
I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. I mean, if we shoot it completely straight here, we went a little bit more herbal than the opiates, but
Yeah.
But that being said, it's a. I honestly think, as much as we're joking around, it is a good exercise to do. It's very morbid, but if you ever want to just really think about how you are to people, think about that. Think about what they'd say.
Think about that for once.
Think about that for once, man. But that's how I turned my life around, was just taking into account what all those people would truly say about me, and it really, really opened my eyes to be like, hey, the whole world doesn't revolve around you. There's like a lot of other people in this world that matter, including literally almost every other person in this world matters.
There's a lot of world on this world.
Yeah, I'm hitting hard on almost, because there's some people out there that don't.
Yeah.
Not a specific group.
That's going to seem super racist.
We're
going to leave it there, though.
We're going to leave it there. It's
Just
not.
know it's not racist.
It's not racist. Just know that.
It ain't racist.
It ain't.
We ain't racist.
We're some of the least racist guys ever, actually.
That's not true.
Don't say that. Look, there's an amount of racism.
We're gonna need to put something in the description of these episodes. It's a comedy podcast.
Yeah, it's a comedy. It's a skit podcast. Everything on here.
It's all a bit. It's scripted.
Yeah, everything is scripted to be as bad as it can be. Yeah, no, that was a great time in my life to be able to go through all that and then find basically an entire new group of people in my life that were like genuinely good people. I mean, granted, I dragged a couple from before along with me, including E. Willie. Shout out E. Willie, love you, bro. And I mean, if you're close to him, if you guys get close to him, you're allowed to call him Lil Willie. But don't trust the name.
Oh, okay. Anyways, well, specifically so I don't have to listen to any more of this to edit it, we're going to call it there. We apologize for the lack of structure disguised as structure.
Yeah.
We
had one structure.
I was going to say I don't think we quite completed our goal of being structured. But too late now. We don't get this hour of our life back. So
yeah, we need an Emily binder here. Yeah, I need to really make sure to add that last name in. I just was watching the soundboard when you burped into it, and it maxed it.
Heck yeah! All right, well, we'll see y'all next week. Thanks for listening, no matter how painful it might have been for you. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if there's anyone listening at this point in the episode, I love you.
Yeah, you deserve an award, but we don't have that for you.
We could we could think of something.
We could think of something.
Yeah.
Maybe a keychain.
We could do
sticker.
Oh, if we got a bag of candies. You've got
everyone like one M&M.
no M&Ms are hard to put razor blades in.
But not impossible, you know.
Not impossible, but
Something the pros don't like to tell you is if you melt them a little bit.
also, has anyone ever heard of someone actually finding
No.
a razor blade in their candy?
Nope, not even once.
Or I should say, has anyone ever gotten candy from my house?
I'd be more worried about Fent.
yeah,
As
yeah.
a parent, I think
I'd be way more worried about Fent.
if I was a predator, I wouldn't be using razor blades.
Yeah, no.
I'd be using Fent
I'd be putting the Apple AirTags in there.
and Fent.
yeah, do a little combination. Just have a kid eating AirTag and Fent.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know if they have to eat the AirTag. Anyways,
It's funny that they're just ingest the AirTag.
yeah, this looks like candy.
um,
I'm gonna
Well, it
put
would
razor
be-
blades in the AirTags.
yeah, yeah. Next thing you know, next year it's gonna be like, check your kids' AirTags.
Check your kids' AirTags. There might be razor blades
be
and Fent.
Dude, I speaking of Almost Friday, they just did a bit recently. Did you hear that one about the guy on Halloween that just goes into the store and he's like, yeah, I'm just like looking for like all your razor blades.
No, I didn't. Hear that.
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, can I just yeah,
How
just go ahead
many
and,
razor blades do you have, and do you let people buy all of them?
yeah, he's just like, yeah, okay, cool. Is this all of them?
Cool.
Yeah. Can you check the back for me? Yeah, I'm sure that you've like heard about all the kids like getting razor blades in their candy.
I just
and
wanted to stop that.
I just wanted. Yeah, it's literally what the bit was.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. He was just like, yeah, I just I
I'd
just don't
do the
want
right
that
thing.
to happen to kids. So I just go every Halloween. I just go and I buy all the razor blades.
Anyways,
Oh yeah, and they start going on about nails. Like, you have any other like small sharp objects? You've got nails. Yeah, give me all of those. He's like, sure, we've got $1,000 worth of nails. He's like, give me $20.
I just thought of a really good bit that I'm gonna start doing next episode that you get to look forward to. That's gonna affect you negatively.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. Shout out to Christian. Sorry we made it sound like we hate you last episode.
Yeah, Christian, we don't hate you. Christian's mom.
His mom
I'm
thought
sorry.
we hate him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We really do love your son. Your son's a good boy.
But
He's been a good boy.
yeah, he's a good boy, but we just like to razz him.
Yeah, which I mean, I feel like having him as your son, you understand that he really lays into people.
I don't feel like he really lays into
Actually,
people.
no, it's like kind of
He
exactly
doesn't-
what he doesn't.
Yeah,
do.
I was gonna say he
just,
doesn't
like,
really lay into people. He picks at you
Yeah,
with a needle
Yes.
until you're nothing.
Yeah, he sits there. And he just like pulls you apart with a pair of tweezers.
Yeah, like when we were camping and I was chopping firewood and he said meow every time that I swung the hatchet, or grunted like a gnome every time I swung the hatchet.
Yeah, almost
Stuff
shut the
like-
whole place up.
Yeah, stuff like that. Stuff that makes you say stuff that makes you look like the bad guy.
Yeah, he's pretty good at that.
Yeah. Anyways,
Well, I didn't even do
we're back
anything.
to talking trash on Christian.
No,
Friction Christian.
We love him. It's just the part. Yeah, he's
he's a fun guy to have around.
he's a fun guy to have around. He adds an element to everything.
Also, if anyone who's listening to this wants an invite to when our house is empty and we're gonna play Nerf gun wars,
oh yeah,
reach out.
yeah. When we clean out our house and it's fully
We'll
empty,
fly you out.
I'm okay. Half the business is not signing off on that.
That's half that is.
So we'll get you one plane ticket here. You have to get back.
I'd say that's valid. Hold us to that.
Who is listening to this that's not here?
There's got to be a guy in India by now.
Oh, yeah. Actually, if you're from India, we'll fly you out.
Yeah. Anyways,
You just have to
Let's-
bring deodorant.